Well, thank you all very much for coming. My name is Brian Smith, and I have the honor of recruiting Kathi Spayde into the construction department several years ago, quite a ways ago. And of course, we're here today to honor Kathi Spayde, right there. And I think let's just. And also a round of applause to the man behind the woman, Jack Spayde. You know, in Spanish, the word for retirement is jubilación. And I always thought, oh, that's quaint, that's nice, that's fitting, kind of like jubilación is jubilation, right? And I thought that made sense. Well, being around Kathi this week, I really realized it makes a lot of sense. Kathi, I really have never seen you happier. Well, you know, a lot has been said about Kathi being here a long time as she has. And Kathi came to the Office of Construction in 1996 from medical operations. And one day, Dr. Rob Kay, many of you will remember, was our chief of staff. And we were struggling with all the space issues and the design issues and construction issues and architecture issues. And one day, Rob Kay came over to me and he said, I think I know what you need. He said, but it's going to be a big deal for me. He says, you need Kathi Spayde. It wasn't a description of the role, it wasn't a description of anything else, it was actually the person. And so in 1996, I successfully recruited Kathi to come over to the construction department. And ever since then, everybody in the construction department at the Cleveland Clinic really owes a deep debt of gratitude to Kathi. You know, a lot of it has been said about the time that she has spent here. And, you know, it's many years, and you know, we all know how old we were when Kathi started. One half of the room will get that joke.
I was in
second
grade.
But actually, what gets lost in that discussion is the quality of Kathi Spayde, the quality of all those years. And it might sound a little trite, but to put it in perspective, imagine 44 years of the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James, of having a superstar on your team, of every day, every time, just producing and producing and producing. Kathi has a unique ability to deal with the smallest detail and then tell it to the CEO just like it is. And it really has been an amazing time. So Kathi, on behalf of the Cleveland Clinic, we want to thank you very much. Kathi was very specific about what she wanted. So every day, all day long, has been about how Kathi wants us. So Jack, get used to it.
I'm quite used to it.
We don't have a chair. We don't have a plaque. We don't have anything. So we were all sitting around saying, well, why do you think that is? And then somebody said, well, you know, they live on a boat. They have like no walls. They can't put this to give them a chair where they got to strap it to the mast or something. But Kathi, on behalf of the Cleveland Clinic, we want to thank you. I personally want to thank you for all the help that you've given me through the years. You have been invaluable, and we are really going to miss you.
Really?
So now a few words from Kathi.
Hi guys, thanks for coming. I just have a few things to say. I have some notes. You know, yesterday we were at a meeting and you guys were asking me to say something. I thought, oh my God, I have to say some words of wisdom here. What do I do? So, about 10 o'clock last night, I was finished with this, and I said, hey, this sounds pretty sappy. This is great. So, I have lots of friends here tonight. People who grew up with me. I'm not sure if they're all here yet now, but they were here earlier. They're from the early years, and that includes people involved in systems development. Linda Knock, are you still here? Did she leave? Okay. Bernie, Dana, there's a couple of, Doris, Francis, I don't know if you're still here. Judy, are you here?
Yeah.
Again, my buds over there. Mary Ann, Steve, Danette, Pam, Dave, Wayne, Pat, Alana, Carolyn, Ken, Joyce. Where's Joyce? Is she here? She's supposed to be here. Medical operations, at its inception, when there were 5 people, now it's a division of hundreds. Tom, Patty, Debbie, Wendy. My fitness center friends, Laura, my yoga instructor who helped me do handstands. Not real well, but I'm working on it. Harvey, Phyllis, Pat, Debbie, Betsy, Kay, is Kay here? Kay's supposed to come. My construction planning and real estate people.
She's reading the phone book of the Cleveland.
I am. Frank, Dave, and Dave. John, Randy, Travis, Gina, Mary, Leah, Mignon, Penn, Stephanie, Leilani, Jason, Russ, Joe, Joan, Judy, Agnes, Peter, Eric, Brian, Steve, Greg, Ron, Doug, Crystal. Leilani, did I say that? I have you twice. Brian, of course, thank you for the wonderful words. Mary and Agnes, thanks for coordinating the party. My family is here, my cousin Mary. Mary and Dominic, her husband. They're both clinic employees for, I think, 25 years. They were probably only going to stay for 6 months like me. My daughter, Rhonda, my son-in-law, Tony, and my husband, Jack. Love you all. A few weeks ago, Joe Strauss, asked me for my observations as to the 3 most significant things that occurred during my career at the clinic. My response was, number 1 was computerization of manual processes to electronic systems. Novel idea, right? 2 was the huge increases in square footage due to surrounding land purchases, new hospitals that encompass our health system now, and additional buildings that we never seem to creating. And the 3rd one was the corresponding increases in personnel to fill all those buildings. I'm proud to say that I contributed to all 3. The first was my love for and continuous development of various electronic systems. Yes, I remember when our data entry produced punch cards that when inserted into the computer produced labels that we affixed to patients' charts, and we thought that was really specific, really fantastic. Computers at the time were uncharted territory, and opportunities for development of systems just abounded. The second item was during my 20-plus years in management, I certainly contributed to the increase in personnel by hiring and sometimes firing FTEs, but I thoroughly enjoyed most of those days, and the many friendships that resulted. My employees taught me valuable life lessons, and we talked about that a few minutes ago, how we grew up together. Lastly, my position as a member of the Space Committee and employee of the Office of Construction afforded me the opportunity to contribute to the additional square footage, obviously. Being a part of the continuous creation of projects with so many talented people is just amazing. I had several goals, which I am very proud to say were accomplished in spite of many challenges encountered along the way. I was also able to remain true to myself and my ideals, which is unbelievably important to me. The successes were a direct result of collaboration with everyone in this room. We defined issues, met challenges, and developed solutions. We made and continue to define the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you for honoring me tonight and celebrating our mutual successes. I could not think of a better send-off than to be here with all of you. Thank you for being a part of my Cleveland Clinic life.